I'm Richanda, and so I'm going to be doing a video about Jewish circumcision. Okay, so I'm going to be doing kind of how it's changed over many years. Okay, so the first Jewish circumcision was before around 500 BC, so before Christ. And so this was the original circumcision among Jewish people. And so pretty much all the circumcision was a pinprick, just like that. Just like what I did with this banana. Just a little hole kind of thing, right? And so it was like a nick of the foreskin. Just do like a single drop of blood kind of thing. So there was like no incisions made, no body tissues removed or anything, and the glands were left unexposed, so it's pretty much almost identical to being intact. Just a little nick, and it heals with no damage that's left to the penis, which isn't that bad. So like I said, this was the original Jewish circumcision. And okay, it's called a Brit Milah. I don't know if I mentioned that. Okay, and then so the next one was around 500 BC, and so this is the next Jewish circumcision. And so they just cut off the tip pretty much. So I'll do that. I hate knives. So just cut off a little piece. So pretty much the glands are kept covered. It's still a bit of stuff removed, as you can see. It went from that to that. It's called a Brit Milah still, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't say that the name has changed anywhere. So yeah, so pretty much the best part of the foreskin was cut off, the most sensitive part. But the only good thing was that the glands were still covered and unexposed, but it still wasn't a good circumcision, obviously. Restoring the tip was easy. Many Jewish people did restore the tip after. Okay, and so this was the kind of circumcision Jesus had. So that's why he looked intact in pictures in the Bible or whatever. So this was kind of the original circumcision, and David had it. So it's not that much of a loss. Still have a lot. It's still the greatest. Okay, and so the statue of David by Michelangelo, that's why he looks intact, because he basically was, like I said, he just had this circumcision, a little piece cut off. Okay, and so the next one is called a Brit Priya, and so this is 70 AD, and so pretty much this is the circumcision that many places still do. Hey guys. Oops, got too far. See, that's what happens when I take it to get circumcised. Cut too far. Oh, it's a bit coming off. But, oh! I just lost the whole tip of his penis. I'm not a good surgeon. Okay, I'm just gonna put that back on. Okay, that's why you don't get your son circumcised. Okay, but, so this is where you remove obviously all the sensitivity. The circumcision can be messed up a lot, obviously. Actually, though, in all seriousness, you are removing a lot. You may not be removing that much, but it still is quite a bit. I mean, look how much the banana's missing now. So all sensitivity is lost. The glands are exposed. There's an open wound that scars, doesn't heal. Okay, and so the rabbi would use his nails to peel off this part. Not that part. That part was just down, which is pretty gross. And So he would peel that off with his fingernails, like scrape it off, and then he'd suck on the baby's penis to get the blood off, the bleeding glands. So that's like his mouth. That's pretty disgusting, sucking on a baby's penis after cutting the tip off. And then they did something with holy wine. So this became the standard for Jews, both religious and secular. And so lots of males worldwide had to go through this after because it became popular for some stupid reason. But now lots of Jewish people have kind of gotten out of it. Many of them, lots of them are even intactivists. And so then now they have a Brit Shalom. Okay, so this is the intact penis. And guess what? You don't cut it. It stays like this. Okay, so pretty much they don't do circumcision really anymore. At least lots of places try to avoid it. I'm sure some stupid places still do. But this is the way it should be. This is the proper way to leave it and let your kids decide when they're adults. Every kid should have the choice, and they're lucky if they do. And it's wrong if you take that away from them. So keep your kids intact. Let them have a choice. Don't let them have to go through this or even this. Or even just a little pinprick. No baby deserves to have to go through any kind of pain. So just leave them intact and let them have the choice when they're older. Let them have the sensitivity. And let them be able to decide what they want to do with that sensitivity. And by seeing this, you can obviously see that all God demanded was a pinprick. So keep your kids intact. Don't circumcise your babies. Thanks for watching. Bye.